Hey everyone, welcome to another video and thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by, and for everyone else, I can't thank you enough for your support. Well, another week has gone by. I know it's hard to believe that went by quick, and as always, there's a ton of information. So let's get you all caught up. Okay, first up is Mercedes-Benz has launched their S-Class electric sedan. It's called the EQS, and it looks pretty good. Now, this is an expensive, luxurious, and tech-heavy car. So I'll put a link in the description. And here are some of the key points that you're going to want to know about this car. They haven't officially set a price yet, but I'm sure it's going to be expensive. But the heads-up display, there's a ton of information on the heads-up display, including like an arrow for when you're navigating with it. It looks fantastic at this point. And Elon, can we jump in on that bandwagon? Maybe? Just asking. Again, it's super informative, and again, it looks to be really nice. The second feature that it has is the ambient lighting. Again, another feature that I wish Tesla was a little stronger on, but the ambient lighting in the vehicle is able to change, I believe, like 150 different colors. Don't hold me to that, but it's a lot. It's a lot of colors. And it changes as the functions of the car change. So if you're turning the air conditioner down, it changes colors to let you know that it's working on it. Or if you're turning it up, if you're driving faster, it really sets the tone while you're driving the car. And that's one of those interesting things where I don't necessarily go out of my way for ambient lighting, but I realize that when it's there and it's being used, it's super impactful as far as interface with the user. I think it's pretty neat. It leaves an impression on you, and I think it's pretty cheap to do. So again, Elon, can we get in on that, or how about both, please? So another feature is the display. The display is supposedly, I think, 55 inches, and it's one continuous piece from door to door. It's a huge display. It looks fantastic. There's a center section, and then there's a driver and passenger section. So looks pretty good. And again, I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can see the premiere video. The other feature that it has is a gesture control to close the doors. So you can jump in and wave your hand and it'll shut the door. That's pretty cool. And the last feature is I think straight out of a Tesla playbook. So normally when you have to adjust your mirrors, the side mirrors, you would normally hit a toggle switch for left or right, and then use something like a pad or something, whatever, to kind of get the mirror into position. Well, apparently Mercedes-Benz has made it so that you don't need a toggle switch. So all you have to do is look at the left mirror, adjust it, and as soon as you look at the other mirror, it knows that you're going to want to adjust that one, and you can adjust it. So that means one less part. You don't have to worry about manufacturing or repairing that thing or the cost of it. So like always, the best part is no part. And Tesla, you got to catch up on that, because Mercedes-Benz just got to that first. So at any rate, that is another cool feature. And those are the 5 that I think really stand out. But trust me, it seems like it's packed with stuff. So go take a look. The next vehicle to come out was the Audi E-Tron Q4. Now this is a smaller Audi SUV. It looks pretty cool like all the other Audis, but I think this one will be at a better price point for maybe more people to get into. It comes in the Sportback configuration and or the standard, like the square SUV style. So, and again, their claim or their biggest feature looks to be that they have an augmented reality heads-up display. Yes, heads-up display. That's what they're going on. So I'd like to get in on that. But anyway, the augmented reality heads-up display will project, I think they said somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 10 to 15 meters ahead. So that's what it'll look like when you're looking through the windshield there. So it's pretty cool. Again, a lot of information, and that's where this particular reveal is really sticking on. So pretty cool. The next vehicle that is coming out again is the Aptera. Now, Aptera, if you don't know, is a three-wheeled vehicle that is really going on sustainability. I did a video a while back, and it looks to be, and I hope they come to market, something that if you're really looking for a car that's going to be just sustainable and maintenance-free and not rely on the dealership, this might be the vehicle. And the reason I say that is that according to Aptera, you can get approximately 30 to 40 miles of charge from the solar panels on this vehicle. So that's pretty cool. You could leave it out and, leave it out in your work or house and potentially never have to plug that thing in, right? So that's great. You can just never use a power source. The other thing is Aptera believes in the right to repair. And for those of you who don't know what that is essentially they'll sell you everything about the vehicle so that you can repair it however you want, which is a complete opposite from Tesla. Tesla holds things so that only they're allowed to repair it and fix it. And I agree that sometimes we don't need to get into things for safety reasons and whatnot, but so that's the other side of it. It's a pretty interesting vehicle. They're doing some test track stuff on it, stability, 0 to 60 times and whatnot. So check them out. Again, link in the description. It seems like if that car makes it to market, it's going to be pretty cool. Another interesting thing to pop up is a company called Nuro, N-U-R-O, and their autonomous vehicle, the R2, is going to be delivering pizza for Domino's. Yep, you heard that right. So this is a small vehicle, and you can see here, they've been working with Domino's for the last couple years, and I'm sure with other companies as well. But in the Houston area, apparently you can order from Domino's and you can check that you want it to be delivered by an autonomous vehicle, and they'll bring your pizza to you. So that's pretty cool. Take a look. Now the last vehicle or electric item on this list is going to be a company called Tega. They have gotten pretty close to releasing their personal watercraft or jet ski. They've been around for a while, but now I think by the end or later this year sometime, they're going to be releasing their personal watercraft. And think about that. If you have your Tesla, Ford, or Audi, you could have an electric jet ski towing on the back. That's a great look. That's pretty cool. If you guys ever get one and you need someone to test it out for you, I'm in. Just let me know. I'll put a link in the description. Now moving on to Tesla news. If you already don't know, Tesla has Easter egg out with the word butthole. Yep, you can voice command and say, close your butthole and open your butthole, and it does funny stuff. I'll leave a link to my video because you can do a couple other things. And a bonus one for you, if you don't know, is that you can say, give me life support, and your Tesla will do something. So there's a bonus one for you. Also, the full self-driving button has been delayed another month. Those of you who want to experience the full self-driving beta, like myself, we are gonna have to wait even longer. So it sounds like it's gonna be out in May, and don't hold your breath, but that's something that Elon tweeted. So fingers crossed, we'll wait till May. It's getting frustrating, I know. All right, now moving on to industry news. It looks like SNK Industries and LG Chem Batteries, they're two large companies that were in a battle over some trade secrets. Looks like they've come to an agreement, and this is good news for you Ford fans, because now SNK has been allowed to essentially build their Georgia plant, which is great because more jobs and better for the economy and whatnot. But really, they're going to be able to supply batteries to the Ford F-150. I think they were going to be the major supplier for that vehicle, and now that won't be a holdup for Ford. So that is fantastic news for them and Ford fans. So that truck should be, well, on time. So good deal. Now, the other news is that Ford, while we're on Ford, Ford has put out their Blue Cruise, which is their, I guess, comparable system to autopilot, and it looks pretty good. So again, Ford fans should be excited. That's going to be something that is going to be subscription based, because you need to be connected online to receive it in your vehicle, and I believe it's going to run around $1,500 for the Ford F-150 when it comes out. And for the Mach-E, I want to say that if it's not already included and you want to get it, it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $3,600. Again, that's fantastic that they're, you know, getting their autopilot system out. The funny thing, while they were doing all of this, they did take a jab at Tesla by saying essentially that their employees are testing it out so that their customers don't have to. As in, the customers aren't taking the risk for them, maybe? And I'm thinking, so your employees are not as important? Anyway, that's half glass, half empty kind of thinking. So, but anyway, they there's a little banter back and forth between Tesla and Ford. So, but it's good to see that everybody's moving forward with technology. On the Apple side of things and the autonomous vehicle that they're hoping to put out someday, it looks like they're getting closer to putting out a vehicle with their partnership with LG Chem and Magna. Now, if you don't know what Magna is a company that is already producing vehicles in small numbers for large manufacturers. And when I say small numbers, it could be anywhere from 1,000 to maybe 10,000. And relatively speaking, those are small numbers for a manufacturer, right? So, but anyway, this deal looks like it's pretty close, and closer than the other ones that Apple has had with the larger manufacturers. So this is good news for Apple fans, that they could eventually see an Apple car on the road. And it gives hope that if you have been waiting and crossing your fingers to see what I think will be like a cool design on a vehicle, this might be it. So we'll keep track of that. Moving on to SpaceX. Well, they have the SN15 on the launch pad, and they're doing their testing to launch that rocket, which is ginormous. So that's moving forward, and they're trying to collect all the data on that particular new serial rocket. So now, the interesting thing about the SN15 is apparently it has a Starlink attached to it. So I'm not sure why, but maybe they're trying to get more data. So it is going to be an up and running Starlink satellite. And it's been approved by the federal guys. So we'll see how this launch goes. Again, they're just in the testing phases for the latest rocket. And also, Inspiration 4, which is the first civilian crew to hopefully go up in space, has selected all their crew members and have just got done testing their G-force simulations, and it looks like it's all going well. And that's going to be a pretty historic time, where you have basically 4 people picked out of a draw and are allowed to go to space. You know, that is definitely something that is going to spur commercial space travel. So pretty cool stuff. And again, it's Inspiration 4. If you're interested, take a look at that, you know. Now, the news of the weird. Yes, I'll try to always give you a little interesting fact at the end. And this one comes from Tesla. Yeah, who else would it be from? But Tesla in Canada, apparently you can order a Model 3 with 94 miles of range. Yep, that's right, because you want less range in your electric vehicle. It's an option in the Tesla order form in Canada that you can highlight, and it will limit, software lock your car to 94 miles. Anyway, the reason for this is because apparently there's a tax credit in Canada that if your vehicle is only able to do 151 kilometers, which is about 94 miles, you can get a 5,000 Canadian discount. So for some people, that's, you know, that's going to make the difference. $5,000 is a lot of money. So, but they Tesla has designed it on their web form, on their order form, I mean, to check that box, software lock your range, as well as it drops the price of the vehicle to just under $44,000. And that's the other criteria. Now, Tesla has also removed autopilot from that package. So if you check that box, you won't get autopilot and you'll only get 94 miles, but you get a $5,000 discount. So again, okay, you know, that's pretty interesting. Now, the good news is you can opt for the autopilot and FSD later. So maybe that's the trick there, and still get your $5,000 discount. So, well, there you have it, everyone. That was a lot of information, but at least now you know, and you can go check out the things that interest you. So, as always, thank you for watching, and please go to your car meets, have fun with your mods, and enjoy what you have. Again, everyone, thank you for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.